the core, I'll be using a 1-inch steel ball as a core. You need cord. I use 2 colors. I have about 3.5 meters of black cord and about 3 meters of red cord. This is standard 550 paracord with 7 inner strands. All nylon. I get my cord from Paracord.EU. There will be some surplus cord, but I prefer working with surplus. Apart from that, you need some kind of shackle, carabiner, or whatever you want to put at the end. And if you want some decoration, I put this bead on it as well. You need some kind of tightening tool and some fids will make it easier. This is a flat brass fid that you can bend a bit. You put the cord in here and you can use it as a needle. I sell these in my web shop. They're handmade by a colleague of mine who is a metalsmith from Italy. They're made to my specifications, so these are really good ones. And you can use your hands to start wrapping the ball, but your fingers are always quite clumsy, so I prefer using a jig like this or a place to put the ball like this. I have designed my own of these jigs and will soon be selling my own custom-made ones in my shop because I haven't been really satisfied with the ones I've found for purchase. All right, so let's start. Oh, and apart from that, you'll need scissors and a jet lighter. Please use a jet lighter, not a Bic lighter. That's it. Let's start. So I'll start with the black cord, and I'm gonna start wrapping maybe about 1 meter in on the cord length so that we have the rest for the handle. And I know that a 1-inch core, if you do 5 wraps with normal paracord, it should cover it. So once you can count 5 wraps on each side like that, you go on to the other direction. But here is when you put the core in, and I keep my finger underneath so that it will stop like that. Then you start going this direction, keep it tight here, and you go the 5 rounds here as well. Now, once you have a few rounds, you can let this first pass go because it was just to support the core from not falling through. That's 5 rounds. Now you have 5 passes on each side here as well. That means you're done. Now you'll take your second color. So pull through the cord and leave about 1 meter for the handle. And then start making your passes with this second color. And you go in these spaces that have formed here. That's where you want this color to be. So now I have found 5 passes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up here though, I have only 4 passes. So I'll need to continue and let this cord finish on the other side. Like that. Now I should have 5 passes everywhere. I remove this from the jig, which gives me a little bit more space. And if if the cords are sort of a bit on top of each other, now is the time to put them right, like that. So you can see there's 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. So we'll tighten this one round. Start from one of the working ends of the standing end of the black cord and just start pulling out the slack little by little, following your wrapping all the way through. Don't try to tighten it all at once, because that will ruin the knot a bit. Try to do little by little to keep the shape of the knot. And then we will do it 1 or 2 times more. Now you can also remove any twists you have in the cord. I have one here. With the red cord we do the same. It's always good to start tightening from the longest end, since you will work out some length on the other side. If you want the cords as even as possible, then you start with tightening from the end that is longest. Put this in position so they don't overlap, because this you can only do until you have tightened it a little bit, like that. Start tightening the red cord as well, not too tight, just to get them into a good position whilst maintaining the shape of your monkey fist wrap. Now you have to start looking at where where these ends exit, because you see I have 3 exiting on top and 1 exiting on the bottom here. So you have to figure out where you want all the 4 ends to exit, because you want them all to exit on the same part of the monkey fist to be able to make the handle. And that you achieve by modifying this knot. If you have, depending on, once you learn this to do it correctly, you might end up with a better position than I am in right now. Okay, just to demonstrate, I will make all 4 exit on this end, because I can put this cord underneath here, so it comes up here, and I can put this cord underneath here and here, so it exits there. That should work. So if you need to move one of the ends, you do this before you have tightened the knot too much. So here I will pass through all these wraps and come up there, and then I'll maintain the pressure with my finger here, so I'm not ruining the weave or the wrap. Make sure it's not twisted like that. Now it comes out on the correct position like that. And then it's only the second red end left. With the red, I'll go under here. And then under to exit there. This problem you won't have if you only do a one color monkey fist, of course, because then you will only have two strands exiting, and it's very easy to get them to exit on the correct side. So now I have all cords exiting on the correct side of the wrap. So now I can continue to tighten this one more pass. So now it's all tightened. Takes a bit of practice to get it even. I've been doing this for many years, but it doesn't come out even all the time. I will put on this bead, and I do that by first I make a diamond knot before the bead and then a diamond knot after the bead. And I make the diamond knot with two cords like this. I choose the black ones here, put the finger in the middle, make a loop like that on top of one of the cords, go under this end and then through the knot, pull out the cord like that. Then I come around again with the same end and up through the middle. And I'll take the second end and go around this strand here and come up through the middle. And now I will just put the red cords up through the middle like this. So they all come up through the center of the knot. And now I will tighten the diamond knot like this and tighten it so I move it down as much as I can towards the core. Like that, and the red ones are sort of only laying there at the moment. I'm gonna try to get it centered. I have a nice diamond knot like that, and then I put my bead on. If you have a bead, you have a bead that goes on. Put the bead all the way down. And now for symmetry, I'll do the same diamond knot with the red cords here. So there, now it's nice and tight. We have this part finished. Now we're gonna move to make the handle. So for the handle, I have a small setup here. You just need something to hold the core in place. For me it's like this, so I can weave freely with my hands here. So for the handle I use a 4-strand round braid, and to start you start with the colors on each side. So red on one side and black on another side. And the idea with the round 4-strand round braid is to take the cord that's uppermost, take it around and up in between the other cords, and then back on the same side. I'll start with the red like this, and then take this black underneath and up through the middle and back. Continue with this red under up through the middle and back, maintaining maintaining the tension in the cords, and then just continue weaving. And then you continue until you have the desired length, maybe 40 centimeter. Alright, so once you have the length that you want, it's time to attach the carabiner. Take the carabiner, and with 2 of the cords, with one color, I'll go in this hole from the top. Like that. And with the other 2, I come into this hole from the bottom, from underneath. Like that. Now we're going to do a snake knot using all of these 4 cords. So I take these 2 red ones, take them over everything there, and then take the black ones around and into this loop here. Making sure they align correctly. Now I can tighten this one. Like that. And then I continue doing that for the length that I want my sort of handle to be, or the sort of the gripping part. Maybe 8 or 10 reps or passes. So now this project is basically ready. I just need to cut these pieces here. You can cut them quite close. And burn the ends. Be careful so you don't damage the cord. This is why I always recommend a jet lighter and not a big lighter, because of the precision. Can remove a bit more.